afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. And I'm here with the new guest, with Greg. I'm trying to get myself into the frame here. Okay, so you guys know my co-host over there, Greg.
Hello.
And we have one of our youngest podcast guests ever, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. How's that feel?
I'm all right. How do you feel? You good? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So this is Elliot, and he is going to share with us what he does. And he is a very talented musician, from what I understand. So, Elliot, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you.
Yeah? What did you say?
I said, nice to have you. There's nothing wrong. You're really good. That's the easiest.
So, Elliot, tell us what is the name of your band?
Yeah, so my current jazz combo is called Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Okay. How did you come up with that name?
I don't know. It was kind of like, we're a jazz trio, bass, piano, and drums. So it's like, what are kind of good trios? I was like, Rock, Paper, Scissors is kind of a trio. So it's like, yeah, I think that'd be a good name.
Okay.
It's very
And
catchy
you
as well.
play?
I play the drums and
play the-
various percussion instruments. A little bit of
Okay.
piano, but I don't piano.
Okay.
What are the other two instruments that are in the band?
Yeah, so it's piano and bass.
So, okay, got it. Piano, bass, drums. Okay, excellent.
Try to fix this. I'm sorry. This is bothering me.
Hold on, folks. Technical difficulties.
Sorry.
We will be right with you. It's going to be okay. Yeah, you're not in there at all.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Sorry. We really are doing this live, if you can tell, okay? Okay, so the other instruments are, again?
Yeah, so it's bass, piano, and drums. The other two, Leo plays piano and Ari plays bass.
Okay. And mostly, what kind of music do you play?
Yeah, so it's mostly jazz or jazz arrangements of popular songs. So if there's some song that we like, then we'll go and be like, well, it'd be cool to have a jazz version of it, and either we find one online or I will write one and make it jazz.
Very
And
nice.
we'll play that, and that spans eras from as early as maybe the 30s all the way up till more modern jazz.
So you could take a modern pop song maybe and turn it into something different?
Yeah, so
What's an example of one?
right. So one example is I took the song "Waiting in Vain" by Bob Marley,
Okay.
and I arranged that for our jazz combo.
Wow. That's very cool.
And then taking some songs, especially the newer they are, it can be hard to find music online for that. So even if it's a jazz song already, just if I'm like, hey, we should play this, then one of us, usually me, will go and write the song in the software and print it out, and we can play that at gigs.
Wow. All right.
And how much do you practice before you have a gig?
We have been playing together for 4 years and playing just like us three for around 3 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, a lot of the repertoire we've been playing for a long time.
Okay.
So, you know, it's 3 years of practice, and we have new pieces, and we're all relatively quick with learning them. So, you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of rehearsal, but it depends on the difficulty of the piece.
Do you guys improvise a lot when you play?
Yeah, I mean, every piece we're playing, we're doing solos on, and so that might just be a piano solo, or it might be a bass solo, drum solo, or a combination of the three. So we're always soloing on every piece we have. We're always improvising.
And let me ask you this: at such a young age, a couple of years ago, why jazz of all things? Because most people, when they start out, they tend to do rock and roll.
Because jazz is awesome.
And jazz is great. I love jazz.
I would definitely say it's very uncommon, and jazz isn't as big of a genre as it used to be. When I started playing, which was in like 3rd grade, I was only playing rock, and that's kind of what I grew up on. And then when I came into high school, well, we had like a jazz ensemble and jazz combos in our high school, and I wanted to play as much as I could. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, and then I ended up really liking it. And the more I went to actual performances and gigs outside of the school, I just really fell in love with it.
Do you have any particular influencers from jazz? Like anyone you liked specifically?
In more modern jazz, if I'm talking about drummers, Lardell Lewis, who plays with the jazz fusion band Snarky Puppy,
Okay.
he's a big influence for me. I really love his playing. But if I'm going outside of jazz to just one of my first influences in my drumming is John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, and I mean he actually has a lot of jazz influence in his playing, even though he is a huge rock drummer. You can hear his influences.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
All that,
the
yeah.
whole time, no doubt about that.
Any genre. Just
My favorite
great
band.
Yeah,
Same.
me too.
I love Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, me too.
My favorite.
Yeah.
If you guys just joined us, we are talking to Elliot Rosenberg, who is Linda Rosenberg's son. I'm sure you've seen her in a lot of my photos. So she's very proud of her son, I'm sure. And he's a very talented musician, and we're talking to him about his jazz band called Rock, Paper, and Scissors, right?
Yep. Rock, paper, scissors. That's it.
Okay.
Right.
So, you started playing the drums when you were in 3rd grade, you
Yep.
said, so like around 8 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. And did you ask your parents for a drum set, or did you receive one as a gift? How did it
Were you banging on
How did it
cans?
come about?
Banging on cans in the kitchen? or
Well,
what
I
were
mean, and kind of close. When I started, before I had any drums or anything, I just had a pair of sticks and I would just play on a pillow.
Okay.
So I did that for a little bit, and then I got this little drum pad. It's just like a mini drum. It's pretty quiet, and I practiced on one of those for like a long time, and it was like maybe 3 years into when I was drumming that my parents bought me an electronic drum set, so it's a lot quieter, so, you know, the neighbors prefer
The
that.
neighbors don't
They
complain.
might be a little more upset now, because I'm not playing on an electronic drum set anymore. But when I was taking lessons, I would go over to my drum teacher's house and play on an actual drum set.
So her neighbors can be
Right.
listening.
My drum, I don't know how pleased my drum teacher's neighbors were, but, you know,
Okay.
whatever.
Don't
Yeah,
get over
but
it.
it's
As long
a-
as it was good music, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was in those first couple of years.
Fair enough.
So, how often do you have a gig?
It really ranges on the season. I think, like Christmas time, I tend to get a lot of gigs. Also, like everyone, and all 3 people in my combo, including myself, are Jewish, and so we have availability during Christmas time because we don't mind going and taking off Christmas to go play jazz.
Right.
And so, you know, if people need like music for Christmas music, we do jazz arrangements of Christmas songs. And so that's always a busy season because everyone wants music for their Christmas parties and all that stuff. Other than that, it ranges. We can have 3 gigs a week and then go a few weeks without a gig. I mean, it really depends.
So, do you have like a website
Yeah, how
where
do they
people
find you?
find you?
Like if somebody wants you to play, how do they know how to get a hold of you?
So you can either go on my Instagram, which is at Rock, Paper, Scissors Combo. There's a bunch of videos of us playing different songs and at different gigs. And you can either send me a message on there or email me personally at elbenro@gmail.com, elbenro@gmail.com.
Okay.
And reach me there, just be like, hey, I need a jazz combo. And I'll be like, I have a jazz combo.
Great, that works out really well.
that works out. That's easier. But do you plan on getting more of like a website and more of a presence that way?
I mean, it really depends. Hopefully, at some point, I can do that. Also, you know, I'm going off to college soon, so I'm not going to college necessarily with my combo. We'll definitely be doing stuff over summer and in between breaks and things like that. If it lines up properly, I'd love to play with them. I'm sure I will join more combos in the future when I'm in college and play there, so that'll probably be on my personal social media, and I'm sure there will be social media accounts for those bands too.
Are you planning on doing music as a major?
Yeah, so currently I'm a business economics major at UC San Diego, but I do plan on majoring or minoring in music and definitely continuing to gig throughout college.
Okay, wow.
All right.
What does the future look like for you?
That's a crazy question.
Yeah.
We'll see. I will go where
Well,
I
let's
take.
let's segment it a little bit. What does the future look like for music for you?
For music, obviously, I would like to really continue to play professionally, record music, produce music, kind of do as much as I can. So, you know, if someone needs me to play drums on an actual recording and do studio work, I'd love to do more studio sessions and things like that, get my music out there, and just play with as many people as I can.
Okay, we
Okay,
have a few questions.
we do.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them actually.
Okay, you can
Two
go
different
ahead and
sides.
read them.
Chris wants to know, what's the hardest kind of songs to jazz up?
That's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, like you said, reggae or rock music.
Yeah, I think also a lot of genres have jazz influence, and so when you kind of combine that in and maybe you just make it swung and kind of do it old style or you do it Latin, it definitely makes it easier to kind of follow these forms. But I think anything that isn't super straightforward initially, anything that's challenging in its original form is automatically going to be more challenging to turn into jazz.
Yeah.
And, you know, the more complex the arrangement is, because if it's arranged for like 15 instruments on the original song,
Right.
cutting that down to 3 instruments and
right.
one of them's drums can definitely be difficult, but it's fun to experiment with which people play what and what you're keeping and what you're cutting, and, you know, taking creative liberties on that, which is one nice thing about jazz.
Still making it sound recognizable.
Right, exactly.
Excellent.
Who
answer.
sings in your ensemble?
So traditionally, because it's just piano, bass, and drums, we don't usually have a singer. So if there's a vocal melody, our piano player will usually play it, or our bass player will play it.
Okay.
However, we will feature vocalists sometimes. So some of the vocalists from our school, if they want to play with us, or if we're on a gig and people are sitting in or want to just come up and be like, oh, I have a request, can I sing with you? And we have a mic, then someone can come up and request a song and sing with us along with our playing. But
Okay.
traditionally,
Wow.
it does not
It's
have
more
vocals.
instruments.
Yes.
Okay.
It's mostly
Do
instrumental.
you also play classic jazz? Another question from Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you consider classic jazz. I've played jazz from kind of all eras, starting from kind of 20s with like the popularization of jazz with George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue,
Ooh, my dad's favorite.
which I just played at a concert last Friday with our orchestra and concert band. I've also played a big band arrangement of that. So if you're talking about classic big band stuff, like things like Frank Sinatra and all those things, and other huge big band, Count Basie and Gene Krupa and all those things, I've played it all.
Wow, Gene Krupa too, huh? Okay. And another question she has is, have you ever taken a song that people didn't expect and make it work really well? It's along the same line. So
I think people tend to be surprised in general when people do jazz arrangements of songs, because jazz just isn't heard too often. I've done a lot of arrangements, so it's hard to think about.
But that's a good point. You're not expecting any of it, really.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely different here in that genre.
I'll say one thing that's surprising is, and it's kind of a joke that we did it, but the song "It Don't Mean a Thing."
Yeah.
We took that song and we were like, well, what if "It Don't Mean a Thing" if it ain't got that swing wasn't swing? And so we just changed it to different jazz genres. So we'll play it reggae or samba or Latin and switch up something that's traditionally jazz and maybe make it more Latin jazz or not even jazz.
Okay. Very good. All right.
Here's another one. Last question there.
Yeah. Let me switch. I'm going to switch sites. Is there any
This-
particular artist that you would like to kind of jazzify, as she puts it? Kind of turn somebody you're looking at thinking, man, that would be really fun to do one of their songs.
I've played some jazz arrangements of Michael Jackson songs.
Ooh, that's a good
Those are always really fun. The difficulty with that for a jazz combo is Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson did not necessarily follow the less is more mentality. I think it's one of the only instances where more is more, and so they're really dense arrangements. It's a lot of instruments and a lot of complexities, and part of the brilliance of the music is that it fits together so well. But when you're coming to make that a jazz arrangement, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make and a lot of things you have to factor in, because if you're missing a certain iconic part, then it's no longer true to the song.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, and you
Very
guys are
interesting.
just trios.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done arrangements also for like jazz big bands and stuff like that. So that's more of an opportunity to do something like that.
Okay. Have you ever thought of adding like 15 more people? And just kind of.
I mean, I love playing with the big band. Kind of hard to pay a big band.
Yeah. You need a few more gigs.
Yeah.
Another question here, Jeff is asking, what sparked your interest to become a musician? What made you suddenly decide this is what I want to do?
I think if I'm staying when I started out with music, so in 3rd grade,
Wow.
I'll say that like my dad played drums when he was younger, my uncle played drums when he was younger,
Okay.
My cousin played drums when he was younger, so it was like, I felt like it was kind of in the family to continue it, and so my parents were always showing me music with cool drum parts in it, and I always thought it was cool, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try an instrument. And I didn't take it necessarily too seriously for a long time, and then when I got into high school and I started playing with more people, because that's truly what I love, is playing with other people, that's really when I fell in love with it.
All right. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully at a stable job and making music.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
Hopefully making money playing music.
And Vicky,
That too, but
yeah, well, I mean, I think you can put the two together. Vicky is asking, do you know how to play more than one instrument? Do you play anything besides the drums?
it depends what you count as more than one instrument. If you're counting various percussion instruments, I kind of play everything from mallet percussion to just kind of regular auxiliary stuff and drum set. And then, I mean, I can play a little bit of piano.
Okay.
I would not call myself proficient, but enough to get by.
All right. Very good. When you do the other percussion stuff, do you integrate that into your shows when you're doing them? Or do you just...
Typically not for jazz unless I'm accompanying another drummer. So I might be playing vibraphone, or if I'm playing like more Latin percussion like congas or bongos or a cajon maybe. Or if I'm playing for a concert band or an orchestra or a big ensemble, then that's where those other percussion instruments really come into
Not
play.
with the trio, but
Yeah.
other times. Okay, good. All right. Okay. And Mickey also says, quote, "I am very impressed by you, Elliot." So that's nice.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very impressive for sure. Starting off so young, and So how many more years you have of college?
I am a senior in high school right now, so
Not even started yet. Okay.
I haven't decided if I want to do college in 3 years, 4 years, masters. I don't know. We'll see. At least 3 years. I'll say that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Good.
Very good goal.
Yeah, excellent.
What else do you want people to know about you?
That's difficult. I'll say
Take your time.
if you need a jazz musician or a combo, or if you want other things other than jazz and just a band, my band does not solely play jazz. If you want a certain arrangement or something like that, we will play for your wedding, we will play for your party, we'll play for whatever you need. So,
Okay.
not just jazz. We'll play
Not
whatever.
just jazz. Okay.
Okay. Give them the information one more time on your Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at rock, paper, scissors combo. No spaces, no capitals. Just rock, paper, scissors combo.
Do you want to play them a little
you
something?
said you brought something.
He's not going to play. Obviously, he didn't bring drums here, okay? But he has some music on his computer, so he's going to share that with us. So, if you just joined us, we're talking to Elliot Rosenberg, who has a little jazz trio band.
Yeah, so all of this stuff is going to be stuff that I personally produced on my own, so this isn't necessarily jazz or anything like that. This first piece is something I composed recently, and then I played live drums on it.
So you're going to be playing with the Culver City Philharmonic? Is that true?
Yeah, so,
Robert Frost auditorium?
On June, I don't know if it's at the Robert Frost, but on June 20th, I will be playing with the Culver City Symphony.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know Culver City had a symphony.
It's nice. Every city should have a symphony. Good for you.
Thank you.
How did you get connected to that?
So, Clyde Mitchell, the director of the Culver City Symphony, came and sat in to give our orchestra a clinic and give us some tips. And then I talked to him personally a little bit, and he said he really liked my playing. He went to a few of our concerts, and he said he invited me to come play with them, and I said, of course, I will do that.
Very nice.
Here is the piece.
Okay.
Probably audio not too good, but it's cool. So I played keyboard on this part, and it's very free form. It's not necessarily in time or anything like that at the start. And my goal, like setting out with this piece, was kind of to capture a feeling of like nostalgia and longing for the past.
It's very relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then this piano groove kind of settles in. And so then, the true experience of this song is like hearing it with headphones on, because there's things moving between the ears and all this stuff. And you necessarily can't hear on a laptop. I will, sometime this year, be releasing an album, and this will be on it, so you can listen to it there.
You'll have to let us know when that
I will.
Very good.
And it kind of builds and builds and builds
The crescendo, yeah.
until the drum roll. So these chords go, and then the drum solo goes over it.
Very nice.
And then this melody, it's kind of eerie. It's kind of Severance inspired, if you've heard the theme from that show.
I feel like
Very
it could
nice.
go into a movie.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah.
nice. When you compose music, Jeff is asking, is there a mood, an emotional place, or time of the day or evening when you're most inspired?
So this is definitely relevant because I've been doing a lot of composition the last couple days because I have a project due for my music production class.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it depends. I think there's kind of, I'll have these like week to month long periods where I feel really inspired and I'm composing a lot, and maybe there's a few weeks where I necessarily don't feel inspired and I don't necessarily have a bunch of ideas coming through in my head. As far as an emotional headspace, I don't usually feel like super down when I'm making music or playing music, because if I start when I'm sad, I'm happy by the end of it. I don't, you know, I convey the emotion I'm feeling or what an emotion I'm going for, trying to invoke when I'm making something. But I also like kind of having an emotional journey in the pieces I'm making. You know, whether that's from, in this piece, it kind of goes from this feeling of longing for someone's childhood to kind of coming to terms with their adulthood and embracing their youth.
Wow.
And so, obviously, I'm still in my youth, so maybe that's unrealistic.
Just for another few weeks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Aging fast.
Yeah.
But it's like with anything, if you're doing something creative, even if it's a mood that you
Yeah.
were in, it changes your mood.
It doesn't have to be a sad mood or
Yeah.
anything. Just what emotions are. There's a lot of good emotions too, and
Yeah.
sometimes that inspires people to do certain things.
Right, and so, you know, in the past week I was kind of struggling for inspiration, and then yesterday it kind of kicked in, and in the past 2 days I've made 2 songs, so that was kind of crazy.
Very nice.
Wow. Good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Another question, and a good one. Vicky's asking, do you have any time for hobbies outside of music? What do you do in your free time, if you have anything?
I mean, with school and music at school, I'm usually at school until 5 p.m. at least every single day.
Okay.
But, you know, I have other hobbies. I like cooking. I like hanging out with friends.
Good.
Are you at school working on music?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of music in school and then also outside of school.
Okay.
I definitely have other things I enjoy to do, but definitely music is my
Any
biggest
traveling?
passion.
Any traveling with the family or anything?
I mean, I'll travel occasionally. I don't travel like a lot, but you know,
Well,
I have time.
well, school's out in another week, right? I mean,
It is.
Okay.
True.
So you're gonna have a little more free time, I would imagine.
I will have a lot more free time.
Alright,
I think
make the
that,
most of
that'll
it.
be, I plan to.
Make the most of it.
One of persons watching from San Diego says that that's relaxing music. I'm listening now out on my patio.
Alright.
Thank you, Vita. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you guys just joined us, we're talking to Elliot, and he plays in a jazz trio band. The name of the band is Rock, Paper, Scissor, and there is a Instagram for the band, and say that again to them.
At rock, paper, scissors combo.
So if you are interested in hiring them to play, we just heard a little sampling of his music, and it's amazing.
Very,
So you guys can hire him and his band to come and play for whatever occasions you have going on. He's all excited to do that, right?
Yep. And if you have a song that you want in a different genre, or you want music composed for something, I can also personally do that.
Great.
So, I mean, if you would like an example, my school has a brass ensemble.
Okay.
Definitely one of my favorite pieces of all time, and especially from film, is Pure Imagination from Charlie and the Chocolate
Sure.
Factory.
Mhm.
Just absolutely fantastic music. I think it's really good. And so I composed an arrangement for our school's brass ensemble. So here's that. that's not the most up-to-date version of it, but
We get the
That's what I
idea.
got.
We get the idea.
Definitely need to like work with some movies and
And Angela says very, very good. So, thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
very amazing job. She said yes.
All right. Anything else you want us to know? This is your chance. You
This
guys.
is your chance.
Thank you.
Tell everybody what else you want.
come check me out. Come check my band out.
That's fair.
You know.
How about telling us where you're going to play next?
Let me see if I have any upcoming gigs.
Well, the one we just mentioned sounded pretty.
Yeah, so you can go to the Culver Symphonies concert, June 20th. I'm sure if you just Google it, it will come up with some results.
Okay.
My
And that was on June 20th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
my school's art department, or our whole visual and performing arts department, has a fundraiser gala at the end of the year. It's on June 7th.
Okay.
It's called Java Gala. It's by AVPA, so if you look that up, you can buy tickets for that, and you can see everything that my school's art program is doing. I will be playing a little bit at the start, then I have to go somewhere. I have another commitment, but
All right.
I will be playing at the start, and there's a bunch of amazing art and to see what the youth is doing. If you want to check out the
Terrific.
future of the arts, that's
Okay.
where it is.
And is that going to be at the school?
And that's going to be at the Venda Museum on
Venda.
June 7th,
Okay.
around 6. I think it's 6 to 8 p.m. So if you go to avpa.org, you should be able to order tickets. They're filling up fast, so order. It's going to be a great venue. The Venda Museum's amazing.
It is. It's really beautiful.
And-
It's out on Culver Boulevard near Lunda and Overland.
So it'll be great.
Fantastic.
All right.
Well,
Well,
you're
thank you,
very
Elliot, for
talented.
coming
Well,
on
thank you so
and
much.
talking to us about your beautiful music.
Yes.
And come back again and share with
Yeah,
us
let
what's
us know
going
when
on. Okay.
your album's ready. Let us know, and we'll
All right.
help you out. It'd be great. Looking forward to it. Terrific stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for
All right.
coming.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye.